About a month away from HKIR, the countdown is well and truly on as we look back on some of the past giants that have graced the turf at Sha Tin. Time warp of those horses will be back to fend his crown on the second Sunday in December. Can't wait for the 4 Group 1s.
Absolutely, yeah, and really looking forward to seeing who is able to make their way to Hong Kong and contest those 4 big races.
Oh, definitely. The focus has been on Australia with their big carnival. Now it comes to us, and we're really looking forward to it in December. And what, 4 weeks away?
Should mention too, we've got a simulcast from Japan coming up. The Queen Elizabeth there on Sunday. And there may be 1 or 2 in that that put their hand up.
And we've got a big local trial day a week on Sunday here. Looking forward to that as well. All right, this is the Panasonic 100th anniversary handicap. Class 3 over the 1,400 metres, headed by Go First. He finished last on debut behind Dragon General. Handsome Rebels here making his Hong Kong debut, a maiden winner in New Zealand. Last Kingdom's first up. Super Giant was 3rd on debut. That was back in July at big odds. Xianjiang Rocks beat 1 on his debut behind King Opie. Shamport now with Casper Founds. He's first up for the season. High Volatility's finished 2nd on his last 2 starts from the front. Mr Picasso, one of the 1200 Happy Valley, 2 starts back. And Lady First. Michael Friedman and Grant Van Neerkerk run up behind Invincible Fresh last time out.
Well, High Volatility is going to jump and run, you would imagine. I'm going to sort of suggest that Taking Aim may be taking closer order. I think they might roll the dice with him from a wideish gate. Lady First looks like he'll end up in a similar place to what he did last outing. Go First on debut showed some pace. We know Multi Go-Go's a horse that has some speed as well, so could be a little closer towards good.
Super Giant was really impressive on debut, ran a nice 3rd, and he's galloping really well in the morning, so expect another good run from him. I think he's improved since his debut run. You can see there for yourself. Here is Taking Aim, one Brett was talking about. Pretty keen down the back straight. I have seen this before, though. He is a good worker normally. You can see he really wants to get on with it. Neil Callan doing a workout with his arms there. Really got a good hold on this horse, Taking Aim. And Xianjiang Rocks. Now, this horse is a massive price. He'll be 100 to 1 on the day, but I think he's on the improve. I didn't think it was a bad piece as well from him. Maybe this is not entirely his race. He might need a little bit easier, but he is improving this one.
Yeah, I almost put him in the top 4.
Did you?
I think he's probably just a race or 2 away, but yeah, I think he might be all right. We'll start, though, with Lady First and home run here. Lady First only went down by a nose behind Invincible Fresh here.
I think both the runs too from home run. Now, of course, with Jimmy Ting have been competitive, and Lady First, yeah, Michael Friedman had the horse going okay last season, but he does look like he's taken a little step forward this season with a nice run first up and a really good second up run. Only Invincible Fresh got him late. You can see here when Invincible Fresh runs to him, he goes with him, and in the end there was only a slender margin between the two. Signs I would have thought of a horse that's pretty close to winning.
Yeah, I agree. I've got 1 to beat him, but I think he's going to go really close. He's going well, and this could be Michael Freeman's last winner here.
Yeah, give him the send-off. All right, we'll keep looking and go back to High Volatility, who's been out in front and playing Catch Me If You Can. They have on his last 2 starts. Let's see what Karis Teaton thinks, though.
High Volatility, Karis, it's a horse you've won on in the past. You jumped back on board for the first time in a while last time. What was your take on that run behind Big Wood?
Actually, I thought he was going to win last time. Of course, the other horse was better on the day, and we just got pep on our line. So it was still a very good run. For an old horse like him to still be on form this season is pretty good. But I was pretty impressed with his run last time. He normally leads, and last time my intention was to lead, but then the other horse was faster, and I let him go. And I was surprised he still gave me a kick in the straight. So on that run, I go into this race very positive.
You're drawn wide here, but as you said, he usually leads. Would your plan be to come across and be up on the speed here?
Yeah, the horse is pretty well. I worked him after his last run. He felt like he feel like he's in good condition. So I'm not too worried about the draw. He's the type of horse that got a lot of speed. So I would just leave him to do what he normally do, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna run a very good race.
And what about back to 1400 metres?
Should not be a problem. He ran the 14 before and he showed a lot of speed. I don't think there's any problem. He's got good speed and I think he can get himself in a good position from the wide gate.
Still a double-figure price at the moment, high volatility. We'll keep moving though and have a look at Last Kingdom up next. Now with Paul O'Sullivan. He's been trialling really well. Looks good at the trials and his track work.
Look, they tried a Derby prep with him and he didn't quite make it, did Last Kingdom. He's now changed stables. He's been well prepared going on this. He's had 3 trials and nice quiet trials. He's like one of these English horses that do take a while to settle. This is his 2nd season and I think he's ready to run a really big race in this.
Yeah, I think, as you said, Paul, it was sort of, things were a little bit sort of rushed, weren't they, sort of last time when he was in work, and he'll, I would have thought, have a much better season this time in. Gate 14 is not going to be easy to overcome.
Just before anyone writes in as well, he's actually French, not English, but he was with Andre Fabre.
Was it? Okay.
But, yeah, same.
European.
English, French, what's the difference? Really?
Oh, they're all friends.
Champort, we look at next. We're now with Casper Founds.
Yeah, and look, he's been gelded in the off-season as well. The blinkers come off him. Zach Purton aboard, and he trialled really nicely. So, look, I've got him in the numbers. I think he'll run well.
Yeah, another one who sort of just couldn't really get things going properly towards the end of last season, but had some time off, acclimatised a little better. The trials have been good. I expect him to improve.
All right, Super Giant, used to be called Spud when he was in the UK. Won a race by 15 lengths. He was pretty good on debut. How's he looking now?
Yeah, I think he's looking interesting. From barrier 9, though, I was a little concerned. The trials under Douglas White have been good, and the run at the end of last season behind California Joy was a good effort. I've left Spud in the ground this time, but I'll be keeping an eye on him, and he might find himself peeling his way into my selections next time.
Well, I've got him in there. You know, I thought it was a smashing run from him, fresh up Spud, and he's no Mr. Potato Head.
Right,
You
Super Giant.
You did.
It's a better, him. It's a better name, Super Giant now, isn't it? 5.9155. He's certainly in. Lady first, though, favourite, Paul.
Yeah, we've definitely got him in there for second. I'm going to stick with this French horse, Last Kingdom by Frankel, of course, a British horse. He's on top there from Lady first. I knew there was a connection there somewhere. Super Giant, we've run out of puns for him, but I think he'll run really nicely, and it was a good debut run for him. And Champort as well, so really nice race this, but I ended up with 3, 14, 4 and 9.
I struggle to get a real good, confident feel for one runner in particular, so often for me in that case, there's something that bobs up that's sort of a little bit unexpected, and I think Taking Aim has had a reasonable couple of chances, but at the same time there's been a couple of excuses. I think from the 12 they might try and roll forward. I expect high volatility from 13 to go with them. They can potentially cross Lady First, who sits in behind, and I think 5 on an each way basis might run a reasonable race at probably an each way price. Yeah, about 12 to 1 at the moment. Lady First, high volatility will be handy, and Champort I expect him to be closing late, so wasn't an easy one to work out for me. I went with each way 5.
Yeah, I've ultimately ended up with Lady First on top, but I've got Last Kingdom, Super Giant in as well. I think they're both very interesting runners.